Number 4. We're doing great. I'm on the top of page 45. Let's do 6n plus 12 over 3n squared minus 12. Now, I could find my values for undefined at this point. N cannot be, but it's easier to do it when it's factored. So let's go over here and start factoring. You got to make a multiplication to cancel. GCF on top, you always look for GCF first. 6. And GCF on the bottom, 3. Now, here's one of those cases where I tell you, this is one of them I say, don't forget, it was back in lesson 13 on page 37. I'm going to put the 3 there, and I'm going to give you a big hint. That's called a difference of 2 squares. Actually, it was on quiz 13. I think there'll be a couple of them on the test Wednesday. How does n squared minus 4 factor?
N plus 2 and minus 2.
Okay. So now you can tell me what doesn't work. Negative 2 will make that one 0, and positive 2 will make that one 0. So that's your excluded values. Excluded, not including. Every real number, positive, negative, fraction, decimal, square root, whatever, will work for n except those 2 numbers. Now, what cancels? I actually see 2 things. The n plus 2's are gone, and what about the 6 and 3? Yeah, they reduce just like they have since, what, 3rd grade, 3rd, 4th grade? And so I now have a 2 on top, and I have an n minus 2 on the bottom. I'm going to put it parentheses if you're tempted to cancel those. 14r plus 8 over 14r plus 20. Okay. You only have one excluded value. Look at the degree of your denominator, the exponent of your, it's called degree. It's the exponent of the variable. And these each just have GCFs of 2. You know, there's not much factoring in these. And let's go ahead and do our excluded value. Now, it's got a little bit of a twist to it. 7r plus 10 cannot be 0. Or you can put 7r plus 10 equals 0, and then you can say that's my value that won't work. I like it like this. Subtract the 10. We never said it had to be an integer. And you get 7r equals negative 10. And so r cannot be negative 10/7. And I'm going to leave it in proper fraction. That's your excluded value. What cancels here? Okay, you can only cancel 7r plus 4 if there's a 7 plus r plus 4 on the bottom. And there's not the 2's, that's it. And you get 7r plus 4 over 7r plus 10. I did that one because a lot of people get freaked thinking they could do something else. You got to do something else, they think. It's just got too much work in it. Okay, number 6. I think you have a couple of these at the end of your classwork. I don't remember if I left them on there or not, but I'm going to still do it. It's a good one. Let's do 2m cubed minus 8m squared minus 90m over m squared minus 15m plus 54. Now that's like quiz 13, the bottom is. Okay, we'll get our excluded values. There's 2 of them. See, m squared. So you have 2 factors. And now if you have a factor like of 2 here, see, that was only degree of 1. So because you say, well, 2 won't work. Well, 2 is constant. 2 is not going away other than just canceling. But the 2 can never be 0. So you're only interested in what x can't be, or n, or m, or whatever. The top, probably, well, you're going to have to get that m out to be able to factor it as squared. So I'm guessing it's going to have a 2 and an m. And I'll have m squared minus 4m minus 45. And on the bottom, I'll have, you want to go ahead, we can go ahead and factor this bottom, or we could carry it to the next step. It's m and m. They're both negative. And I need the sum of 15 and a negative 15 and a product of 54. And it's probably the one that you are.
Is it 9 and 6?
It's 9 and 6, yeah. It's usually the one that's in your multiplication tables. Not always, but that's a good one to try. 9 and 6. Now, let's go ahead and get our excluded values. So what can the M not be? Positive 9. And what about this one? Positive 6. So I'm going to factor that top again, finish its factor tree. And I need factors of 45. Subtracting give me a -4 in the middle. It's 9 and 5. Now, which way are the signs going to have to go? Okay, and that can make a difference too, because if you put a positive 9 and -5, then nothing look like it cancels. And here the M minus 9s are gone. You're left a 2M on top. You're left an M plus 5 on top. And you're left an M minus 6 on the bottom. See how I'm putting those binomials in parentheses. You can distribute if you want to, or 2M squared plus 10M over M minus 6. And you would see it like that without parentheses.